Chachwine. Honorable Mtodi, you may proceed.
Yeah, thank you. Honorable Speaker. Point of order. Madam Chair, what time? Madam Speaker. In terms of what? Thank you, Madam Speaker. In terms of what? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker. Akula mtemo wakadaru. Marashika.
Madam Speaker.
Say Daniel.
Order. We are at the committee stage and it's only 5 minutes for you to debate. You have actually exhausted. We gave you 10 minutes, Honorable. Honorable Mtodi, you may proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I think Honorable Advocate Gumbo may just want to mislead the House. What he is referring to are general clauses in the Constitution. But those general clauses...
Order. Honorable Makumire, I'm going to tell you for the last time, I'm the chairperson and I protect how I want. May you take
you must guide it.
Madam Chair.
Unfortunately, you're not the chair. Order. Yeah.
Madam Speaker, ma'am, let me first establish my locus standi. I speak in terms of section 114, subsection 5, paragraph B of the Constitution, which allows the Attorney General to sit and speak in the National Assembly and in the Senate. Madam Speaker, ma'am, I rise because there is an issue of the drafting behind the notwithstanding clause. Yes, I just want to clarify that the drafting approach adopted in clauses 4, 9 anticipated this possibility that section 95(2)(b) could be argued to fall within section 3281. As the drafters, we inserted this non-obstant clause in clauses 4(2)(a) and 9(2)(a), which in relation to section 95(2)(b) provides, notwithstanding section 3287, subsection 2(b) shall apply to the continuation in office of the President. The drafting technique is not novel, Madam Speaker. It is the same approach adopted in Constitution Amendment number 2 and subsequently considered by the Constitutional Court. So you may want to hear, Madam Speaker, that the court held in the Mpungu case that the notwithstanding clause does not amend, it does not modify, nor does it supersede section 3287. It actually confirms that the provision in question does not amend a term limit provision and therefore applies to the continuation in office of the affected office holder. I may go on if allowed to do so, but the point being the drafting approach is perfectly in order and does not damage. I so submit.
Further debate?
Order. I recognize Honorable Mangwa.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, ma'am. I stand in support of the deletion of this clause, not from a legal perspective. I'm on the clause. Madam, allow me.
Honorable Mangwa.
I need to be protected, Madam Speaker. Madam Chair.
Yes, Honorable Mangwa, we have passed that stage.
Tichilba clause.
We have passed the proposal that had been proposed by Honorable Shoriwa. We passed the stage already.
Minister, Tichilba clause 4. The clause number 4, Madam Speaker, as the leader of government business was responding in the previous stage. Indeed, he used a lot of bounded rationality. Madam Speaker, a lot of impressions were given. But I want to give 2 quick statistics. Where, Madam Speaker, where Zimbabwe has roads equivalent to almost 100,000 kilometers. Zimbabwe has 97,000 kilometers. And it took us 8 years to do 600 kilometers from Harare to Beitbridge. And it's still not complete. I would want to assume that instead of saying we did 8 years on it, instead of assuming we did 8 kilometers on it.
Order, Honorable Mangwa. You were supposed to talk about that when we were having the general debate. Now we are at the committee stage.
Yes.
May
I'm
please
talking
stick
of the
to-
specific clause.
May you please stick to what
I'm on the specific clause. I'm very aware of the clause that I'm debating, and allow me to come with my angle on this clause. I'm within my.
We can't allow everyone to go back to the general.
It's specific to clause 4. And my logic is an engineering logic based on the pace at which you are saying we have so much progress that warrants us to continue with this direct trajectory.
Honorable Chair, if you
Order.
may allow me.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Honorable Chair, when Honorable Gumbo was debating, he was speaking to the clause. In the committee stage, we don't open debate to give those examples. Speak to what you want deleted and justify in the manner that Honorable Gumbo was doing. What you are debating is completely okay if we are at the second reading stage. So if you can...
I'm already justifying Honorable.
No. That's not allowed by
just
at this stage.
I am Honorable Engineer Mangwa, and our debate as an engineer, not as... Allow me to justify this clause from... Madam Speaker, Madam Chair.
Honorable Mangwa, I need to remind you
Justification.
that you cannot argue with the chair. Once you do that, I'm going to rule you out of order. And you're out of order right now.
Madam Speaker,
You have to sit down.
justify...
Honorable Mangwa, I'm not giving you permission to proceed. Further debate, I recognize Honorable Metu.
Chair, what is denying me the right?
I'm the chair, you cannot argue with the chair.
Is not an excuse good enough. Chair,
Honorable Mangwa, may you take your seat? Honorable Metu, you may proceed.
Maita zvenyu, Madam Chair, iri contribution yangu idiki. Ndiri kukumbirawo deletion clause 4 nenyaya yekuti more than 80% yenyika dzemuAfrica dzinotevedzera ma5-year presidential term. Less than 10% ndo inotevedzera ma7-year term.
Honorable Metu, we're past that stage.
Ndazvinzwa but ndinoda kuti ndikupe mazvekuedzenzese Madam Chair.
We cannot keep going back.
Kune nyika
You're out of order, Honorable Metu. Is there any order, Madam Chair? Of order, Madam Chair. Point of order.
Madam Chair.
Point of order.
Pane nyika mbiri.
Honorable Metu, you're out of order.
Madam.
Honorable. Point of order.
Madam Speaker.
Order.
Nyaya yangu.
Order in the House.
Point of order.
I want to put it on record that we have passed
Hatikwanisi kuenda
whereby Honorable Shoriwa had proposed
kuma
amendment.
5-year term. Dzaona kuti ma7-year term haaiti. Hatingakopi benzi.
Honorable Metu, take your seat. Honorable Matsanyika, I hope you do not want to take us back because we've passed that stage already.
No, but it's only a point of order.
You may.
Madam Chair, the Attorney General quoted the Maxim Pool case versus the Minister of Justice when she was alluding to the fact that the notwithstanding provision in this amendment is no problem and it's constitutional. But on the same token, Madam Chair, I quoted the Maxim Pool case citing that Section 95 subsection 2 is a term limit provision, and I was told that it's obiter dictum. Is not a ratio distant. The same Attorney General now using the same obiter dictum to confirm that section, the notwithstanding section is constitutional. How does that go? How does that marry each other? I want a response. Thank you very much.
further debate. I recognize that.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It is not correct, actually, to say I quoted an orbiter. Even the rationale behind the notwithstanding clause, Madam Speaker, you look at section 95, 2A. If you look at the reasoning behind section 95, 2A, and you compare with the reasoning in 186, subsection 4, the same applies to clause 9, 2A. So therefore, if section 186, subsection 4 does not amount to an amendment of section 328, as it does, neither do clauses 4, 2A and 9, 2A follow the same route if we are to use that argument. In any event, Madam Speaker, the Constitutional Court has already traversed this terrain, and the bill simply follows binding precedent, and it should be allowed. I submit.
Is there an objection?
Debate, Madam Chair. Further debate. Further debate, Madam Chair. I think it's very important.
Honorable Madzwanyika, there was no objection. I put clause
Madam Chair,
5.
there's further debate.
I put clause 5.
We need the
Honorable.
clauses. No, Madam Chair, please allow us. The Attorney General is here. We want clarity from here, so that we go together, we understand each other. Madam Chair, I'm holding the judgment of Maxim Pong case. I'm holding the judgment, and the order, I have the order, which is ratio decidendi, as they call the lawyers. I'm not a lawyer by profession, but they actually said ratio decidendi is the one which matters. But on this order given on the Maxim Pong judgment, there is nothing like that what she's talking about. Yes. And surely, it must be consistent. If we reject to say section 95 subsection 2 is obda dicta, we must also reject on the same principle, because on this order, on the rest of it, there is nothing like that.
Honorable AG, you may clarify.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, ma'am. Maybe I assume the Honorable Member is also a lawyer and able to interpret legal provisions. I have already explained, and my conclusion, I can only conclude to say that, Madam Speaker, the clauses in issue comply with section 328 of the Constitution, and the procedure in section 328 subsection 5 is constitutionally sufficient for clauses 4, 9, and 10, and the insertion of the non-obstinate clause in clauses 4 and 9 is constructed on the identical template which is existing in section 186 subsection 4, which already is part of our constitution, and therefore does not amount to an amendment of section 328. So, Madam Speaker, accordingly, I want to submit that there is nothing wrong with the notwithstanding clauses as being averred by the Honorable Member. I thank you.
Further debate, Madam Chair.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Honorable Chair.
Order. Honorable Chair. Honorable Minister.
Honorable Chair, maybe to put it in layman's language, this drafting technique is already in the Constitution. The argument that Honorable Gumbo was putting forward was rejected by the court when we had an amendment that is exactly like this. So I urge the Honorable Member to hold your horse and go to the Constitutional Court if you so feel that this amendment offends section 328. I submit, Honorable Chair. Let's proceed.
Is there an objection? No objection.
But
I put clause 5.
No,
Honorable
there's
Mshoriwa.
objection. You asking for an objection and we have objected. Why are you rushing?
Clause 5, Honorable Mshoriwa.
Clause 4.
Tafura kwa clause 4.
Hatina kupura. Because imanje gai, that will divide their house. We cannot go.
Let's divide the house.
Clause 5, Honorable Mshoriwa.
Divide the house. Divide the house.
there any debate?
No, clause 4. We are still on clause 4.
On clause 4, madam.
Is there an objection?
Yes, there's an objection.
To
Clause 4, please.
Clause 4. We are still on clause 4.
put clause 6.
Clause 4. The Speaker of the Parliament.
The Parliament.
Clause 4.
The Parliament.
Clause 4.
Muskana Albansi, wow.
Is this too bad?
But I know.
Is this your parliament?
Chuma Bozoka, no boa, go by the
Chairman, Chair.
Chuba,
Betrana, young man. Chuma, I suppose Zogera. Mufundis Zogaya.
I think.
Zogi.
Chair.
I put clause 5, Honorable Mshoriwa.
I stood on clause 4. You did not put clause 4 for...
Order, I put the amendment proposed by Honorable Mshoriwa. Is there any debate? I put the question that clause 5 is...
4. Clause 4. It's clause 4. It's clause 4.
Honorable Mshoriwa, clause 4 has been adopted.
No,
we are now on clause 5.
Is there any debate? I couldn't debate. So I adopted it.
Pageta, Banamulu, Chinjai, keep up.
Muna adopted again. It's a 3 cock.
Ungana imese kumuti udzo. Adzirisa pagate homa.
Madam
Order.
Chair.
I put clause 5, Honorable Mshoriwa.
No, Madam Chair, can I say something? If you check the answer, because we don't want to have a problem tomorrow. You said, is there any objection? And I said, the objection. You did not even put that clause to the House. You are supposed to then say, those who are agreeable to clause 4.
Honorable Mshoriwa.
If you jump
Honorable
those things,
Mshoriwa, I had passed already.
but how?
You stood up when I said clause 5.
You do not pass. How do you not pass?
I am following procedure. I put clause 5, Honorable Mshoriwa.
But Honorable Chair, I think Mr. Daniel should help you there. You did not call for you did not put a call for to the House.
Point of privilege, Honorable Chair. Point of privilege. Honorable Chair, you are putting this whole House in debt. Yes, into dispute. People will sue us as the Parliament. You don't override procedures. You did not put... People, people.
Yes, Chief Whip.
Honorable Chair, I move that just for the harmony of the House, go back to clause 4.
Is there any second? Who seconds?
I second.
I second.
We are reverting to clause 4. Honorable Mshorio.
Thank you. Madam Chair, this
This is just a clarification before the honorable member.
All right, Honorable Minister, you may proceed.
Has already indicated that he doesn't want this. I am not sure what else he wants to say because it's on the order paper and we voted to reject that. So if he is going to speak, he is going to speak to amending sections or issues in that rather than a general debate. I plead with you for him to do that.
Thank you. Honorable Mshoriwa.
Honorable Chair, you see, if you look at 5B, the notwithstanding section 3287, subsection 2B shall apply to the continuation in the office of the President. This is where I am actually coming into. And unlike the Minister, the position, yes, I would really want you to see this.
Honorable Chair, I think you need to rule on this. When Honorable Mangwa was arguing on this, I explained and said it's already in the Constitution. And what I said is we are not going to respond to this. He is at liberty to take it to the Constitutional Court if he so feels that it's not supposed to be in the Constitution, even though it's already there. So you must rule on this, that this debate, who is going to respond to what he is debating?
Honorable Mushoriwa, precedent has already been set, so you cannot proceed.
What does that mean, Madam Chair? What does that mean? Because if you tell that the MP for Zarasekwa should not continue, what are you saying to the people of Zarasekwa?
Order. I put the question that clause 4B now adopted. Those who have that opinion who say aye. Those of the contrary opinion who say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it.
Divide the house.
Affirmed.
Divide the house. Divide the house.
It's adopted.
No, divide the house.
I put clause 5.
Divide the house.
I put clause 4.
Divide the house.
I put clause 5.
Divide the house.
Honorable Khatwai.
Divide the house. Divide the house.
Huh?
Ingo divide the house.
But ne muchikwa musingakwanisi kucheya muchingoudzirwa zvese zvese.
She's a woman, can't do that to her.
I put clause 5, Honorable Mshoriwa.
Madam Chair, I'm actually finding it difficult for us to continue in this route. Because when we ask you to divide the house, because it appears as if you just wanted to bully us into silence.
Order, Honorable Mshoriwa. I want to refer you to the standing rules, clause 133, subsection 2. It clearly says, if however the chair is of the opinion that a division is unnecessarily claimed or is an abuse of the rules or a misuse of the forms of the house, he or she must decline to direct that a division must take place and must immediately declare the resolution of the House or the committee, as the case may be. In this case, I see it fit that it's unnecessary. Let's move on. I put clause 5, Honorable Mshoriwa.
Madam Chair, you are reading subsection 2 without going to subsection 1. Because how do you make that determination without even at one time?
Honorable Mshoriwa, the decision is final.
But if the decision is final, then what you are basically saying is that we should not debate. That's what you are basically doing. Yeah.
Honorable Mshoriwa.
No.
I put clause 5.
No, Madam Chair, the procedure is simple. Let's divide.
Point of order, Madam Chair.
Why should we continue?
Point of order.
Oh, what's the point of order?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm guided by Rule 138, which has a peremptory provision that the Chair must direct another division to take place. This takes precedence because it has a peremptory order provision. So it says, in case of confusion or error occurring concerning the numbers reported, which cannot otherwise be corrected, the Chair must direct another division. There is confusion in this house. So for you to cure the confusion,
Listen first, then.
be guided by this provision.